Hi everyone, it's Melanie. Just wait until a few people come on. Okay, lovely to see you all again. Lovely to be here. I thought in honour of all of you in Australia, I would put a dress on. It's not so warm here, I'm afraid. But I thought I would sort of dress up and feel like it's some of your sunshine coming this way, which is absolutely lovely. Lovely to see you all. So welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you've all had an okay week. Hi Shanae, hi Laura, hi Phyllis, hi Samantha, Sarah, Olive, how lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming. So I want to start off the session with just saying there's been some discussion, and I understand it can happen a lot, that people can jump on these shows and try and piggyback, whether it's trolls or scammers or whatever they're called. They're basically not part of this show. They're not part of the spiritual directory. So please just know that anyone that messages you is not coming from us, okay? Not coming from me. They are just people who are trying to scam somebody. So here's the thing. I actually did meditate on this and ask spirit, how we should respond. And they talk to me a lot about where we keep our intention. And that in a way, it's a bit like temptation, that sometimes we're given temptation to see how we respond. Okay. And then it's a choice. We're given those choices. Now, this is the same. It's about where we keep our intention. So thank you very much for coming on to see me. So it's a case of us all being together in this lovely little soul family that has joined together, okay, this evening, this morning, depending on where you are in the world. And let's keep our attention on that, because I am not going to allow those people to distract me from you. Okay. The problem with if I get distracted and start trying to block them is it takes my energy away from you. It disconnects from the reading I might be giving. So I would ask all of you to do the same thing. It's a bit like, when someone's being very negative and they want to drag you down, sometimes the best way is to walk away, is to remove yourself, it is to ignore it. Okay. um so if we think of this energetically, and as a healer I deal with everything is energetic, everything is energetic. Okay. So if we give our attention to that, then that's where all of a sudden we're feeding that. Okay. So think of it like a plant. All right. If you have two plants and you're feeding one with all the love and positivity, and you're feeding another with resentment and bitterness, and I'm getting annoyed all the time with that person because they're doing this, that plant will grow more rather than the love and acceptance and the compassion plant. Does that make sense? So let's just keep our focus here. All right. I will ignore anyone that's leaping on and posting their own adverts or whatever, but just remember they are nothing to do with us. Okay. So let's just keep ourselves tight together here. And what I'm going to do each week in my show is I've called it Finding Calm Amidst the Chaos, because I was guided by spirit that that's what a lot of you need at the moment. Okay. So I'm always going to do something for everybody to start with. All right. So let's just bring ourselves into this lovely space that we have together. And if I can just ask you, let's just take 3 deep cleansing breaths. breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing yourselves to calm, allowing yourselves to come into this space that we're going to share together. Let's bring our attention. And I do call in the angels to actually surround all those, wherever you are in the world, who are on this show with me, to surround you in love and healing, and to bring you to a place of calm in your mind and your heart. And just focusing, you may want to put your hand on your heart for a moment, taking a few more deep breaths. You may want to shut your eyes and bring your mind and your thinking down into your heart and just focusing on your breathing. And allow yourself, give permission to yourself to be calm. Just for a moment, bring yourself as if we are all in the room together. If I was running a workshop at this point, I would be shutting the door gently, the music would be playing, and we would start with a meditation before we enjoy that wonderful time together. So that is the same energy that we have here together. Okay, these are the beautiful, wonderful workshop, but we're able to share it across the world. So before I start, I'm just going to now look at some cards collectively for all of us. Okay, so this is going to be a message for us all today. All right, and then I will look at some individual readings as well. So once again, please keep your attention away from any trolls who start spamming with messages saying please come to me for a reading, or they're nothing to do with us. All right, so any of you that have just joined, please ignore them and don't put your attention on them. That which we put our attention on will grow. Okay, so right, so you can find my details by clicking below or where it is on the details. I am a psychic medium. I'm also a healer. I do crystal light therapy, as well as I'm a Reiki master. I'm a chakra dance facilitator. I'm now a laughter yoga instructor. What else do? I do many things. So it's why I do charge by an amount of time, so that I can bring lots of my gifts to bear on any session with someone, to make sure you get a thorough what does it work over, so that you actually get a thorough healing session. Okay, and it starts with a reading. A reading only goes so far. It helps highlight where the issues are, what you might need to look at, but often we go away from a reading wondering how we take the next steps. I'm also an executive coach, so I can then help you take the steps from the reading as to how you're going to get further along that journey. Okay, and then bring in the healing as well. So, okay, let's see what the message is for us all, shall we? I'm excited to find out. Okay, so I'd like you all just to shut your eyes, link in with me now, asking, what is it I need to know most now? What is it I need to know most now? Okay. Okay, I'm not surprised at this one coming up. Okay. There's another one here. Right, okay, well, I'm not surprised at all. Straight away, we have faith. And these beautiful images here, you may see something in these yourself. Let your imagination roam and look into the picture. But here we are called upon. The other card I have is Divinity. So Spirit are asking us to have faith. There is a reason for everything that happens in our life, in the world. It might not be clear at the moment, but have faith that all will come right, that part of life, pain is inevitable in life. We come here to the earth, I'm being told here, we come to this earth, to our life, to learn. We come here where some of the lessons may seem very tough to us, but we've chosen to come and learn certain things. And if we have faith in ourselves, our own inner intuition will always help guide us, and a connection to spirit as well. So having faith in that, having faith that we are guided, that our next steps will be guided, and that pain is inevitable in life, but suffering is optional. How we respond to the pain in our life becomes a choice of our own. And if life drifted along very, very smooth and easy, I have found that even people that have great abundance in their life, in all areas, can come to me very depressed, very down, because often they're actually bored with their life. They're actually not happy, because they're always, the human spirit strives to find more, do more. Okay, so it's where if we start with that position of gratitude, and I pulled here as well immunity, which seems interesting in today's world, that a lot of our immunity to what goes on comes from within, and that faith and that connection, and keeping our attention on that which is uplifting, that which is coming from the love vibration, not the fear vibration. Okay, so as I talked at the beginning about the two plants, which one do you grow, which one do you water, which one do you give your attention to? Is it the love vibration or is it fear? Because there is only those two things. Whatever we talk about in life, whatever we do, whatever action, whatever happens to us, comes from either love or fear. Okay, we can always fit them into those two camps. So I hope that actually helps all of you. Individual readings. Okay. So let me just get some. Oh, so sorry, I'm just jumps about a bit, doesn't it? So Sarah Joyce, I saw there. Okay. So I'm just going to start with you, Sarah. Now again, I do work psychically with spirit, and I also might bring in cards for you as well. So I use all different tools, and I'll use different cards with different people. Okay, so there's no rhyme nor reason. I just get guided as to what I use with you. All right. Okay. So once again, all of you, please ignore any spammers. Don't give them. Don't even look at them. Pretend they're not there. Okay, just ignore them. All right. So they are not part of us at all. Right, Sarah. Let me just link in with you, my love. Okay, Sarah, straight away, I'm sort of taking a step back here. I feel that there has been it's quite a lot of conflict going on around you, okay? To either you or someone else who's being a bit verbal, I'm feeling like the emotions are running high here, all right? I very much want to get you to take some deep breaths and to step away from this situation, because I feel it's getting very volatile and there's a lot of clashing going on. So I want to sort of, it's like if I was a teacher and I'd be wanting to come in and separate, you know how they come in and separate children. And I want to just bring some calm to this situation, okay? Okay, I just want to look into this a bit deeper. Right. I do feel a lot of the anxiety is coming from someone else in your life. Okay. Does that make sense? And I feel they're projecting it onto you. All right. But I want to say that's why I'm saying you need to sort of remove yourself a bit, if at all possible, even if it is just go out, take a walk somewhere else until they come down, because I just feel it's reaching a boiling point here. Okay. Um, I don't want to go into personal details on this site, okay, but I'm being shown um, more of what's going on, and I can see why. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of stress going on, um, but I'm just getting this is not the best way to be dealing with this, obviously, okay. There needs to be bringing a lot of calm and be rational, more rationality into this. Okay, I feel emotions are running amok. They've taken over. Okay, I'm just going to pull some cards for you. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, not a lot of clear thinking going on. Okay, let's have a look. Now, this is interesting because I do feel this is why I'm feeling calmness needs to come about here, because you've got here clear the fog, all right, and I'm feeling that this person is just can't see the wood for the trees, is drowning in this, all the situations in their life. But I'm feeling it's almost like the emotions have taken over, and a lot of this, it's not quite as bad as it seems, because you've then got here expect miracles. All right, so I do feel whatever is fueling this high emotion, it's like it's going to sort itself out. I'm being shown it's the emotion is making it like a ball of wire wool. Okay, and I'm just feeling that if you can just bring some calmness to this, to look at it, and I just keep getting the words rational. Need to look at this with a rational mind. Okay, because when the emotions have taken over, everything seems bigger, everything seems worse. Okay, um, there is some very, very challenging astrological aspects going on this week. We need to practice grounding, breathing, keep bringing it back to the breath. We really need to be practicing that more and more, and that's for everybody, okay, to help us through the next 7 to 10 days especially. And that's why I was given that message so clearly. Don't give our attention to the fear. Don't give our attention to those that are working more with the dark, okay, with the darker energies. And I'm being asked to say again, please ignore any spammers, any trolls, ignore them. Do not. It's like it's a test for you all, okay? Don't give your attention to it, because the minute you do that, you've come away from, it's like you've left the room and you're looking at the hecklers outside, and then you've taken yourself away from this beautiful spiritual place. All right, so I want to show you that again. Expect miracles. All right, I do feel there are some really there are some solutions here. You need some help in unraveling the situation. Yeah, and as I say, I don't want to get into the personal bits when in front of everybody else, okay? So I hope that has been a bit helpful. Hang on a minute, it's another message for you, okay? With another pack of cards, the angels asked me to pull you another card, and here you've got peaceful resolution. So you've got expect miracles and peaceful resolution. And I just want to say there is no need for this high emotion. It just feels like the child has taken over, and I feel like there's a tantrum going on almost. All right. So I say that with love. Okay. So, okay. Let's see who else we have here. Olive Graham. Okay. Hi, Olive. Okay, my love, you just want to just close your eyes and link in with me, and let's just get a good energy going here between us. Olive, oh darling, okay. I want to use the word that you have been despairing. All right, I've sort of got you almost on your knees and been shedding a lot of tears. Has there been some form of loss as well in, I want to say in recent within this year, okay? I do want to just wrap you in so much healing and light at the moment, okay, my love? Okay, let's just see. Oh, I want to just give you a big hug here, Olive. I'm so sorry, my love. Okay. I'm getting with you a deep sense of, apologies, I'll just switch that off. I'm getting a deep sense of loneliness with you, Olive. Do you understand that? And it's almost like you are feeling lonely within the crowd. Does that make sense? Even if there's people around. I do feel you're in need of healing. It's like you haven't taken any time for yourself to look to your own needs here. And I do feel that that's really necessary at the moment. Okay, let me just see what I've got here. Okay, so this has also mirrored it. So I've actually pulled the despair card, okay, which is the word they gave me. So I like to link in, and then usually through the cards, they double up and give me the confirmation. All right, so if you don't mind, I would like to just call in the help here. I'm sending you some healing. It's up to you whether you receive it. But I'm wrapping you in a beautiful, it's a white and golden cloak, and the angels are wrapping this around you, okay, at the moment. I do feel that there is a need for you to ask for help, all right? So do reach out to people who will help you. Okay, and I do feel you pulling through this, my love. Okay, you will find your way out. Because I have then got the celebration card. It's like you're going to come through this dark night of the soul. Okay, and I do feel that the sun is going to come out again. All right. I've also pulled for you here. Imagination card, but it's through the inner child set, and it's like okay, what I'm getting is a need for you, a need to you for step into the light. It's almost like you've got yourself too shut in, so I want to get you outside, all right, as much as you can. I want you to okay, is there something here? I'm getting a need for you to this feels like, sorry, there's two things coming through. I just need, so I'm trying to listen to everything that's coming through here. So there's a lot of right, okay, take these things one at a time. I do feel that a lot of this despair as well also goes way back. Okay, it's like something has been re-triggered. All right, I feel that this is pain from when you were much younger. All right. So it's why I feel that you do need to reach out to get some help. It's almost like this is coming up to be healed. All right. If that makes sense. I'm being told here it stayed buried too long. All right. Does that make sense? It stayed buried too long. But at the same time, I'm getting it's like you need to pour it out somehow. And for some reason, I'm getting sketching or drawing or using color. All right, so we don't need to be an artist to actually create a design. It's like I'm being shown, in fact, sometimes just using colors and shapes, and that is, it just needs to be poured out. It's like it's like acting like some form of therapy of cleansing you of this. I do feel this goes very deep. I obviously again don't want to discuss personal things online. Okay, I'm just going to pull you one more here just to give you some. I'm sorry, I can only just do a small amount here on the show. Okay. Okay. Again, trust the universe. It's like we are, in so many ways, we are just being called to have faith, have trust. We use these words, but often we don't put meaning to them. We don't actually live them. We say, oh, yes, yes, I have to have trust. I have to have faith. But I feel this is have faith that you can pull through this. You can work your way through this back into the light again, and to feel lighter is the word I'm getting, that you will feel lighter. It just feels like it's very heavy at the moment. Okay. I hope that's helped, Olive. Okay. As I say, my details are in, should anyone want a much more in-depth reading and coaching or treatment, healing, then my details are in the details attached to this. This show, I don't know where I'm pointing, where you clicked, bring them down, but they're all there. Okay, you can also follow me. I do daily inspirational videos called Mel's Mindful Musings. They used to be morning musings, but I do them all times of day now. And even if you just put that into Google, they come up. But I've put all my, they're either, I'm not necessarily uploading all of them to my website, but I have a YouTube channel, just Melanie Wellard. So I've started to put them on there because people tell me they can't always find them on Facebook because Facebook decides who sees what. Okay, so they don't always show you. But if you also on Instagram, melanie.wellard, and if you want to follow me on there, and then you can certainly on YouTube, I know you can click and then click the little alarm button, and then you'll know when I've done them. But people are finding them very useful. I started them at the beginning of lockdown to help people, and I've carried on, and I love doing them, and people are finding that they give them inspiration every day. So please look for those. Okay, so we're starting to get the spammers. Okay, so I will say once again, ignore. Okay. Yeah, Di Kelly, please don't answer the trolls, because once you've answered them, then you're linked into them. Thank you very much for blocking, but I'll just go back to what I said before. Please just ignore, because otherwise we're feeding the darkness. We're feeding people that are stealing. We're feeding people that are riding on the backs of others. All right, so I will keep giving that message. That was a message when I meditated on it directly from spirit. Be careful what we give our attention to. It's a bit like if you had a heckler or something like that, or someone around you who's so negative and you keep giving them your attention. You know, bring it back here, bring it back to this group, the lovely energy in this group. Okay. So Di, I'm very much drawn to you. Okay. So okay, I'll just link in with you, Di, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you, Sonny. Yes, I love my necklace. Thank you. It was actually made for me by a friend in Australia. Beautiful healer. Right. Okay. So Di Kelly, I'm just going to link in with you. Oh, love your energy, Di. Okay, it's interesting because I'm getting a lovely, joyful energy with you, Di. But then it's like almost there's behind the scenes. I'm being shown like there's a screen almost, and behind the scenes, it's where you go and let out your woes. You do it. You come out from behind the screen, and it's like, da-da, here I am, and I'm ready to face the world. And you don't let other people necessarily in on anything that is troubling you. Does that make sense? I feel that you put on such a lovely face for everybody else, Di. I'm going to bring in something else for you in a minute, Di, as well, because I feel that there's a crystal that wants to speak to you. So I've got some crystal cards that I also want to speak to you about. Spirit just saying again, ignore the trolls, ignore the trolls, ignore the trolls. Okay. They're almost joking about it now. All right, ignore, ignore, ignore. Although I'm getting here, you know, it's a bit like when you say don't think of a pink elephant and then you think of a pink elephant. Remember, this is a test. All right, just ignore, bring it back to us. All right. They're like a thief coming into your business and stealing something. All right, so okay, Di. Wow. Well, how about this, Di? We were just talking exactly about what we were talking about, and I do say thank you again for helping, but please ignore them. And what you've got here, I was saying about you've got connect to your soul family. And so this was just another little message here of bring it back to us, bring it back to the soul family that is in this room all together here with us, because you're all together with me. All right. But there's a bigger message. This feels like you need to be reaching out and connecting with your soul family. Now, I don't necessarily feel that this is necessarily physical family, okay? This feels like you haven't necessarily connected with people you care about and who can help and support you. And I'm being shown that you've been doing a lot of this, holding everybody up. I don't mean as in holding, stopping them up. I mean supporting them, all right, holding them, loving them, caring for them, all right. And you need to reach out to the soul family that support you. I feel this is very important at the moment. You may be thinking, oh, I'm just getting a message here. Oh, she probably will say she hasn't got time or she's fine. There's another meaning for I didn't used to let people around me use the word fine because we say it, don't we? We say it glibly. Someone says, how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine. I don't know whether there's a different word that you use in Australia, but often I would say to people, fine is just an off the cuff remark, but it usually hides something else. So I would always then say, right, you're going to tell me what's really wrong. And I feel that you just need to be talking to, I feel like there's some friends that you haven't communicated with and just offloaded a bit to people that are there for you. All right. Don't feel it's necessarily huge, but you haven't done enough of that because you've also got here celebrate you. All right. And with that, what I'm getting there, my love, is this is the thing, you're not celebrating you. You're not putting yourself up front and center. And you need to. All right. So this is important. Connect with those people that can support you at the moment, please. And just say, yes, I'm important. All right. I don't feel you're going to demand much of them, but I'm being shown that you are a bit of a party girl. You are a bit of the life and soul in any gathering. So fine, even if it is just getting together with a group of people and just having a giggle. All right. I just feel that that will help lift you up. You need to raise your vibe a bit. What else? Let me just see if there's anything else here. Oh, right. I was just asked to use these. These can be a bit deeper. Because they said, right, that's okay, she's got that message. But I feel that, right, take a look at that picture. These are called fractal art, okay? And you've got the birthing card. Now, what I'm getting here is you are birthing something new in your life, all right? If you haven't, I'm being told it's almost in the gestation period at the moment, all right? So it's almost just a seed at the moment. So, but it's all, you might be a bit unsure about whether you should take this leap forward. And I'm getting, yes, all right. Remain positive about it, okay? If you're a bit unsure, I just want to say keep going. Got the lovely word trust for you again as well. Trust that you are being guided in this direction, all right? And you are good enough. I'm getting that you doubt yourself, and you'll sometimes doubt yourself and then say no, no, no. But I'm being told you're the one that often says no, 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 because your doubts come in and they just swamp you a bit. Okay. I feel, yeah, you see, you've got surrender procrastination. So whatever this is, it's time to get moving with it. Keep moving with it. All right. Wherever you're at with it, keep going, keep going. All right. Please don't bring the nose in. I know that is really, really hard at times, but please keep on keep going. Okay. If this hasn't, this is just an idea at the moment and it is just the gestation period, it's time to give birth to it. It's time to take those first steps. All right. And remember, there's a process to everything. All right. We always think when we have an idea, oh, I want to start my own business, oh, I want to do this project. And then we think we can just jump from here. I know I do. I'm very impatient. So we think we can just jump from here and then leap somewhere else. All right. But we can't. Okay. We have to go through the process. So get going with it. All right. I hope that made sense. Okay. Let's see who else. Okay. So we've got, yes, we've got some other spammers. I will say it again. Please do not give any attention to these people. They are not invited. They are nothing to do with us. They're just leaping on, all right? Do not, Spirit just keeps saying to me, do not give your attention to them. Ignore, 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 okay? Keep your attention in our room together, all right? Shut the door on them. Okay. Do not in any way let them. Okay. Sorry, it takes some time on, I don't know why, it just all of a sudden leaps up with people's names. So I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Okay, Andrea Sheridan. Hope you're still here. Okay, Andrea, right. Oh, Di, sorry, I'm just going to go back to Di. I wanted to pull a crystal card for you. Sorry. Di, let's see just what, there was a crystal for you here. Hematite quartz. I'm just going to read you this. The angel of the hematite quartz. I bring you strength and power. I am here to give you a direction and a purpose. You also require the dedication to pursue this direction that I bring to you. So that makes sense with what came up there. You have to be wise with yourself, and then you can enter into your own spiritual power. So that's hematite quartz. You may just want to link in on that, look at the properties. There is a lot on here. Hematite quartz can help you take control of your life. Okay. Andrea, right. Okay, I'm being asked here, Andrea, to first of all just give you an affirmation that's going to help your life. Okay. Right. Okay. Andrea, right. What is it they want to say to you? Give you some support. Okay. That's very, very clear. I speak and think positively. All right. They wanted me to just give you that straight away. because I just feel that you are slipping into negativity quite a lot over things. Okay. And it says on the back, my current thinking shapes my future. If I hear myself using negative or limiting words, I change them. Now, we could probably all do that, but I was asked to pull an affirmation card for you straight away. I speak and think positively. Could write that out, couldn't you? Pin it up, pin it up. All right. So it just feels that you need that to change that outlook a bit more, just to help yourself. Okay, with that. So let me just see. It's almost like they wanted to lay the foundation with that. Okay, I just want to see what your blocks might be here. All right. Okay, Andrea. Oh, crikey. Okay, well, here's the they're really wanting to get the message to you. Surrender negative thinking, and that's with a different pack of cards. All right. So it just feels like this is what is blocking you moving forward, is a bit of doom and gloom thinking. All right. So I want to say, let's see what suggestions. All right. See, I feel here that you have got so much to offer. All right, but you're not seeing it. It's like you've allowed that negative thinking to just shroud you. And there's so much that you can share with others. Again, I'm getting a real sense of lack of confidence in yourself here. And I just feel that if you could just, I know it's not easy, but there are many, many tips and techniques for just helping you get onto that other side of the track, to just think more positively. So here's a thing to start with. Would you write down, get and ask everyone around you, what are my gifts? Because you've got here, you need to share them. All right, you need to share. You've got so much. I'm just being shown that you have so much to offer. All right, the world, people around you, you are so much better than you are allowing yourself to think. But I'm also picking up here that you are an empath as well. And a lot of this negative thinking I'm being shown now is not yours. All right. So I do feel I'm just going to use a crystal here to just, so for anyone else, I will help clear away. It's almost like, look, it's like cleaning a window. I'm being shown it's like a dirty window. Okay. With this beautiful crystal here, look. Okay. And it's just, I feel, my love, it's just almost just clearing away. You need to do some cleansing, some visualization of, sometimes you can, as you're standing under a shower, if you want to do it practically, you can visualize that as light clearing away the negativity. And I feel you do need to put up some boundaries. All right. I feel that you're letting other people's negativity, you're absorbing it like a sponge. So a lot of this thinking that I'm getting, the way you're feeling, is not yours. So the more you can cleanse, the more you can keep yourself grounded. Again, I'm happy if you know, there's lots of tips I can give you, but we need to probably have a longer chat. But for everybody, you know, this is important for everyone, to just keep yourself grounded every day, visualizing your roots going down. Visualizing, what I do is I visualize almost like beautiful golden rain coming down, and just, or a sieve, I get a golden sieve and I bring that down, and I just say, take away all the negativity, and then just cleanse it, take it into the earth, it's transmuted into light. All right, it's a very good visualization. But I'm feeling, my love, Andrea, that you need to do that quite often. Okay. So I'm also going to give you a crystal here. Right, okay, this again speaks to this red jasper, a very, very grounding stone. I don't know whether you have some. I'm here to bring you down to earth, okay? So it just feels that need to ground. Right, you actually asked about relationships, so I'm just going to see. Look at that, that's interesting. I bought, look at the heart cards here for you. Okay. As I said to anyone, my details are below if you ever want to book in for a one-to-one reading where we go obviously in a lot more depth and can help you to move forward. So, Andrea. Okay. Right, well, once again, what I've got here is these are using the actual relationship heart cards, but it also is saying you need to find a balance and allow the healing to begin. So what I'm picking up here is there's a lot of residue from previous relationships. If that makes sense, it feels like that is also an area you need to cut some cords with and to let go of. All right. Again, there's lots of ways to do that. It's hard to just do it on this short amount of time. But it just feels to me like you have, it's like you've put up a barrier over your heart. All right. For fear of getting hurt. Yeah, you see, and so it's all about you at the moment. It's almost like, I know you want to look to another relationship, but it's about nurturing, caring, healing yourself first, and then love abounds. But you can't let love in until you've done some of that healing work on yourself, okay? Because then we just keep saying, oh, I just want someone to love, but this feels like this has to start with you. All right, this has to start with letting go of the past, letting go of any of that resentment and blame feelings, because otherwise we take that with us into the next one and then we're immediately looking for fault as we move into a new relationship. Does that make sense? And then all of a sudden we're seeing the same patterns arising, and it's because we haven't cleared the energy from our previous experience. We're just moving it. It's like, think of it like our emotions and our pain and all our hurts and all the things that went on in a relationship. It's like we pack them all into a suitcase if we don't take time to heal from them and let them go with forgiveness. And then we just carry them. We take the suitcase as if we're moving home. And then all of a sudden they start to show up. And I get a lot of clients saying, I just seem to keep meeting the same person. Well, that's because you're giving out the same vibe. You're advertising as if you're putting out an advert. That's still you where you were before, and we carry that, all that baggage forward with us. So I'm just feeling that there is a time for deep healing needed here with you. Okay. And then it's like, then love can come in, and then because then you'll be putting out a different vibration. Does that make sense? But if you carry it all with you and pretend it's not there, you're just moving into it with the same feelings. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I just feel here you've got honesty and communication. So I just feel here that you've got to be honest with yourself. There's a definite need to be honest with yourself first. All right. And it feels like there's a need to be honest with what went on, the part we play, you play in it. There's always two sides to everything. So it may be you need to speak to someone to do some deeper work with that. All right. I hope that's helped. Okay, let's have a look here. Right, okay. Du, 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 Okay, Kirsty Hatton. Okay, and also Samantha Farley. Okay, for some reason I've been drawn to both of you at the same time. Okay, so I will do them separately, but I'm being told here that there's messages that resonate. Okay, for both of you. Okay, if I can just ask you just to link in with me. Okay, the message I'm getting here, Kirsty, is there is someone around you who is going to help put the pieces back together again. All is not lost. Okay, is the message I've got here. Okay. For both of you as well, I'm just calling in some healing and some comfort. I feel that you're both in need of deep comfort. I'm sorry they are just sort of bringing these names in together because it just feels like there's you're resonating here. Okay. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to look at what the blocks are here. And what's interesting is the first one, it's almost like in a way of, and this is what I teach a lot of people, sometimes our way out of the darkness is, first of all, we've got to look up to the light. And you've got here surrender to wonder and awe. And I feel here that it's in order to just take those first steps, it's about looking around you and seeing the wonder that is around you and in life. It's like turning a switch, okay? Think of it like how I'm showing it is if we've got our dial turned right off, all right, and it's all dark, we've got to find a way to start turning the light up, okay, turning the dial up. And sometimes that actually starts with seeing what is around us and being grateful for what is there. All right. Then all of a sudden, what we find is, so for example, that may just be looking at the wonder of nature around you. It may be being grateful for those friends around you. It may be just watching the sun come up in the morning. And I know for me that when I've done that at a time of deep despair, it's like you connect in with all that is. You connect in with something so much greater than ourselves. And that just helps lift you a short way to be able to start finding the strength to move on. Okay. What I've got next here though is surrender your need to always be right. Okay, so I also feel that there is somebody around you who is wanting to give you some, they're not just preaching at you, giving lots of advice. I feel that they are giving you some good advice and some good tips, but you've got your dial turned so far down, you don't want to listen. So I feel there is a need to open up to allow people to help. All right, because I've also got here surrender defensiveness. And the thing when we get really down is then we can start to use a lot of negative language of that's never going to work, that isn't for me, that's not going to help. All right, and then we think that there's some perfect way, someone's going to give us a perfect solution, but at the end of the day we are the only ones that can open up to, one, helping ourselves, but also allowing others to support and help us as well. Does that make sense? But where we keep getting defensive, where we keep just saying no, no, that's not, we need to be able to communicate in a much more empowered way. So I feel that someone is reaching out their hand to help, or you need to reach out and ask for help. All right, because I do feel there's an element that when we say no to people enough, they'll walk away and they will stop, they'll give up. Okay, because they're human, they're trying their best as well. So I feel that there's a need to hear somebody out, all right, and be able to offer a non-defensive response. Okay. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else for you here. Well, I've also got for you both celestial. So I also feel there is a need to ask for help from I don't know what your beliefs are, your guardian angel, from spirit to, but only those that work with the light. All right. Do not reach out to certainly anyone spamming on this site. So I just feel, allow your guardian angel to help you. They don't interfere unless they will only come if you ask them. All right. Yeah. And then I just feel if you just started to do some of these things, they seem quite trivial, and I realize that it takes a lot of courage and a lot to take those first steps. But I'm being shown, like a baby, we have to start taking those first steps, and we might fall. And there's a lovely saying: fall over 7 times, get up 8. All right, so you may stumble and fall, but here's the hope: you will see a massive transformation in your life. All right, if it's almost like surrendering to what is, accepting, we need, all of us, we need to accept what we can't change. All right, or just surrendering to it, accepting what it is. Okay, and then look at what we can change. And one of those things is opening ourselves up with wonder and awe. There is nothing like it for just lifting at the darkest moments, to open, because then we're connecting spiritually, we're getting out of the mind, which tells us all the negative things and the defensiveness and the bitterness and the dislike and we're living in the fear side, but to get into the love side of the scales and the love energy, we have to start lifting ourselves up and taking some steps forward. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm using all sorts of cards for you both here. For some reason they have, it's like I would be talking to both of you in a group here, because it is about looking forward. It's one step at a time. All right, there's no easy peasy way to life. I know that sounds very obvious, but we need to start taking those steps. And as I've shown before, sorry, over here, there, we can keep ourselves locked in that cage, but the door is open. All right, there is a way forward. We just need to accept that help, start to stand up, start to take those steps forward, and start to, if I said to you for the next 5 days, do one tiny thing that you enjoy doing that brings you joy, just one small thing, whether that's eating a meal you love, talking to a friend you love, but not getting dragged down into all the negative talk, and just do little tiny steps. All right, and then before we know it, those go into bigger steps and bigger steps, and before we know it, we're running forward. All right, I hope that has helped. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm pleased, Colette. Right, just going to Diane. Diane Sioud, have I pronounced that correctly? Okay, Diane. All right. Okay, sorry, I'm just hesitating here, Diane, because I'm trying to work out what Spirit's showing me. I've got you, for some reason, I've got you walking, but it's like you're walking with support. I don't know whether you've had some difficulty with this. Yeah, sorry that resonates with you. Okay, I'm just going to see what else is coming through here. I'm just sort of getting pains in my legs and struggling, like they're just achy and finding it challenge to actually walk forward here. Okay. Right, but at the same time, I'm getting here that it's time for you to stand up. Okay, stand up for yourself. All right. Yeah, have you been letting someone, and I want to say almost browbeat you a bit here, Diane? Okay, yeah. Surrender to your full power. There you go. It's time to stand up. It's time to, now, sometimes that doesn't mean have a row with somebody. That doesn't mean we have to get bolshy or negative or aggressive. All right, standing in your full power is actually very balanced. And sometimes standing in your full power is about making the decision to step away, is about saying enough. You know, it's putting that hand up and just saying enough is enough. And therefore, I'm not going to allow this behavior anymore. And I'm going. All right, now whether that's temporary or permanent, all right, because yes, it's almost like they're now showing me you walking faster and faster. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I just feel that it's almost time to, so whether that's walking away, from a relationship or a situation. Yeah, but as I said, when I say standing up to someone, I've also got speak with love. All right. So if you are going to say something, you don't need to. We don't need to ever get explosive or whatever. We can just, and sometimes if there isn't an opening for a proper conversation, because it takes two for someone to listen and someone to speak, um, and to do that vice versa. Sometimes it is just that saying enough. And I say this with love. I do love you, but I'm not going to be browbeaten anymore. All right. So take that somewhere else. Come back when you're ready to have a civil conversation or not at all. Okay. So I hope that makes sense and helps. Okay. You have a tattoo that says Kirsty Fall Down. Have you? Oh, that's fantastic. I had it on a rock, a stone that I did. Oh, I'm so pleased. Okay, well, there we go then. Spirit were most definitely speaking to you, weren't they? So this is how they confirm it to me. They either, I say something and then I pick a card and it says the same thing, or something like that is wonderful. It really excites me. Um, so, oh, I'm glad that makes a lot of sense, Diane. Okay, right. Well, what I'm going to do to finish, I realize it is probably very late where you are. Um, I've come to the end now, but I'm going to pull an affirmation card for anyone that is still with us. Hopefully all the spammers have gone home. Thank you very much. And okay, so I just want to, I'm going to pull it, actually, I'm going to pull a crystal card for us all as well. All right, so we'll just finish. So can I just ask you, those that are still with me, thank you very much. I know it's late. This was the only slot in the show I could get, so it's a late one, and I'm very grateful you're here with me. So I feel a lovely energy. I'd like to say, coming from our room, I like to think that we're all in the same room together. Okay, let's see what we all need to be going home with. As I say, if anyone would like a one-to-one with me, healing, coaching, an ongoing basis, I work with many clients on an ongoing basis to bring about huge transformation in their lives. Because as I say, the reading gives you so much information and might tell you what needs looking at, but the actual doing of it can, I realize, be a lot more challenging. So often we might have a reading and then we do nothing with that to make the change because we're not quite sure where to step next. But as I say, I do combine all of that in. Often people will have an hour and a half, 2 hours with me. Some will book a whole morning. We do some really intensive work. So my details are below. But also, please do join me on Mel's Mindful Musings. So if you just look at the details, go on to Melanie Wellard. You can befriend me, or on Facebook. I only use it for these and for my business. My Facebook page, Melanie Wellard 55, and YouTube, Melanie Wellard. Instagram, Melanie.Wellard. There obviously aren't many people with my name, are there? So, well, there might be, I don't know. But anyway, you've seen my face, so you know who I am. So if you go on YouTube, then you can subscribe to them. And I try and do them daily, but not always. If they're always inspired by spirit to just help people. And they're usually just a few minutes long. They're not long. They're only 5-6 minutes, sometimes less. Okay. Right. So what do we all need? What do we all need before we go? There we go. I have the power to make change. I have the power to make change. Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me release it. Now that is perfect for the upcoming full moon. It's a great time to release, okay? To release our behaviors and patterns that do not serve us, all right? It's time to let them go, all right? So I have the power to make change. And the crystal for you all. I love my crystals, as you can see. I don't know whether I need any more, but let's see the energy of the crystal that we need. Okay, let's see how it affects us all this week to help us through this very challenging week. Okay, well, this is one I've never heard of. See that? Rhyolite. I'm not a crystal healer. I use crystals in my work. So, and I have many. I love working with them. And what it says is, upon the earth lies your destiny. So here is a fabulous message to finish with. I am here to tell you there is a reason and a purpose for your life upon this planet. If any of you are doubting it, you are here at exactly the right time. Whatever it might seem that's going on in the world, I believe we chose to be here. And it says, this is your destiny. This you can achieve. I give you the strength to walk your path, not knowing where it may lead. I give you strength and courage. So take my hand and walk through the fields, the woods, cross over the stream. All this is part of your journey. And I'm going all goosebumpy there, so I know that is a very, very strong message from the angelic realms. All right. Rhyolite reviews your strengths and helps you to pursue your goals. It will support any endeavor and can heal that which is taking your strength away. Carrying rhyolite is a good way of sustaining your energy and confidence. Hold it in your right hand to give you a boost. But even just focusing on those things, this was a lovely last card to say we are all here and we all have a purpose. There is no coincidence that we're all in the same room on this show at this moment in time. My favorite affirmation, I am always in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So I bless you all and I wish you all a wonderful week. I will be back next week, same time, and be well. Bye-bye.